I am classically the person that I don't know if you ever heard of the phrase that wins their life away. So I'm always the person that I'm like, when I sell X amount of books, I'll be happy. When I step on this specific stage, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
And before I even get to that goal, I'm already setting my next one. And there's never
Yeah.
a moment where like I'm really sitting in that moment and celebrating or being proud because I realized I've reached that goal. All right, let's bump it up. Let's set another one. I'm not happy because my husband's like, "You're never satisfied, you're never proud." And I'm like, "Because I know I can do more. So why am I proud? Because
Mhm.
I'm here. I know I can be over here." So for me, I'm winning my life away and I'm trying to learn to sit there and have a moment of like, well, I've sold X amount of books. Let's go out to dinner and let's
Yeah.
celebrate for a night. It doesn't have to be this long drawn out vacation, but let's have a moment where we cherish these little mile markers.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would literally just bulldoze towards goal after goal after goal. Is that something that resonates with you, or are you good about celebrating yourself along the way?
No, I'm like you. You and I are twins. I'm the exact same way. I actually recently dove into like The Secret to Success, or it's a book, but basically people that are really highly ambitious, high achievers have this disease, and it's like they did a study on brains, like they did a cadaver study on brains of people like methamphetamine users, heroin users, these people that are addicted to these like dangerous drugs, and it's the same neural pathways, the same pathways as high achievers, like I swear to god. And it's basically like a hit, like I get this like dopamine rush when I get, an achievement through this, or asked to speak at a conference, or these accolades. And it's definitely a disease of like, I think, I don't know if you played sports, but if you played sports, like, oh, you won, oh, you scored the winning goal, or like I'm definitely trying to like change that pathway with my son, where I'm saying good job for trying hard, not good job for like winning the game. You know what I mean? Like, success is so dangerous because it is like that hit, the dopamine hit, the dopamine hit. But now I'm definitely where things that like my family, like sitting down on the couch and watching football with my family is so enjoyable, or having that like glass of wine is so enjoyable, because I'm such a, I think you're the same way, like what do they call it? Like a starvation person, where I'm like, no, I cannot drink Monday through Friday. So that Friday night drink, I'm like, oh, it's so good, because I
You're like,
don't allow myself. Yeah, I'm like,
yeah,
oh my gosh. So
yeah.
I think that's where I tell people, do celebrate your success to a degree. Stay humble. I think the moment you get a big head and you're like, oh, I have all these followers, Instagram is so fake. I use it for my business and my business only. It is a fake world. I am very real on it. I try to be real, but still in my realness, I'm still curated. I'm still like, ooh, I need to talk about this promo. So I'm going to start posting this like full face rejuvenation and talk about like everything is leading up to me doing something for my business. So I think people need to keep that in mind, and don't take it too seriously. Because if you do, then people get sad. Cyberbullying, whenever I get a troll, I'm like, it's just fake. It's just fake. If she was there in real life, she's probably like 5'1" and she would like run away from you. Like, just smile, be kind, because hurt people hurt. Who says mean things on the internet? Like, you're obviously hurting very bad. Oh, sorry. You're obviously hurting very bad if you are, saying mean things on the internet.
Have you ever heard of the phrase? I kind of diagnosed myself a couple weeks ago. It's called compulsive productivity.
Oh yeah,
And
that sounds like
it sounds like something you
that
would be.
sounds like me.
Perfect. So I'll tell you a story of what compulsive productivity is. My husband and my daughter and I the other day had a Sunday where I called it like a bed rot day, where we did nothing. I maybe did a load of laundry, but I really didn't do anything. And I was feeling good, relaxing and stuff. And then like 5 p.m. hit, and I had this overwhelming sense of anxiety, of a wasted day, of, oh my God, I haven't crossed anything off of my list. And I look at my husband, I'm like, I haven't done anything today. And he's like, it's okay. You had a day off. I'm like, absolutely not. So I literally put on a little bit of makeup, sat in this chair, and recorded a quick YouTube video. And I kid you not, the physical weight that came off of my chest just because I felt like I moved the needle that day and I didn't waste a day was powerful. And so I looked into this more, and there is a diagnosis of compulsive productivity where you have this need. I'll read the definition. It refers to a persistent, hard to control drive to stay busy and accomplish tasks, often far beyond what's healthy or necessary. People experience it may feel anxious, guilty, or restless when they're not getting something done, even during times meant for rest or leisure. Is this you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like you just accept who you are to a healthy degree. I have very bad anxiety. But I'm like I control it with exercise, and I have very bad anxiety when it comes to if I have all these things pending. So I'm not a procrastinator. For me, I'm like just like anything when someone's like, "Can you do this?" I'm like, "Yes," because I don't want to put it off. I do not reschedule. Like the only thing I'll ever reschedule is like a time, but I will never reschedule a day. Like I will figure out a way to make it work.
I've learned the older I get, the more okay I am with who I am.
Yeah.
And I just laugh at myself. Like, I am the person that I'm going to freak out at 5 p.m. if I haven't gotten anything done, and I'll go film a video and then I'll feel better. I am the person that's wound too tight. I am the person that is super organized with my schedule that has to get a 4:30 workout in when everybody's hung up. Like, I am who I am. And the older I get, the more I'm not trying to be anybody else. And I'm really comfortable in the craziness that I am. To somebody else, it might not be normal, but it's me. And I think once you really sit comfortably in that, then you can figure out things that help you navigate and make you less anxious, like working out and having your schedule super intact and all of these things. So I think it's so important, but that compulsive productivity is 1,000%, 1,000% me.
Oh yeah. And I think when injectors ask me like what can I do to grow? How do I grow myself? How do I become more successful? I honestly say if you become comfortable being uncomfortable, that's the secret. Like being uncomfortable is what I mean biologically drives us. So I just say like you have to become uncomfortable. So when you want to try something new or open a practice, I'm like, you freaking have to do it. Like it is so hard, but become comfortable with that feeling of the unknown. And they say like humans are more likely to stay in like terrible relationships or like terrible situations because it's harder to change that you
Yeah.
rather just stay in. I'm like, some people are like working for terrible employee or owners or they're in terrible situations. Like, but you just change it. Like you have the power to change it, but it is very hard. I get it. Financially, time commitment, scary, like it is very hard, but you're gonna be fine. You're gonna figure it
And
out.
I know you mentioned it, but it is starting before you're ready. Like when I started this YouTube channel, everybody's like, "Oh, how'd you start your YouTube channel?" I'm like, I just set up a camera and mounted it to a wall and started talking. And my first video sucks. And every video after that gets a little bit better. And then every interview gets a little bit more comfortable. But it truly is starting before you're ready and not waiting for everything to be perfect and not letting that like cringe feeling cripple you.
Oh yeah. No, I think if you don't feel cringe, you're not pushing hard
I
enough.
know. It's so
I really it's funny you say you like Mr. Beast. Do you know who Mr. Beast is? He's a YouTube. Yeah. So he just basically says like your first 100 videos are gonna be crap. First
I
1,000, maybe a little bit better. He's like, talk to me after 10,000 videos, then talk to me about like improving. But he just basically was like, I'm gonna do one video a day, then that turned into three. And he like just and that's what I say for new injectors. If you want to build a platform, simply this sounds so dumb, just post one time a day. Just one in feed post a day, figure it out. Like, no matter what, post one in feed a day, 10 stories every day. That's it. Just like, you don't have to have any training. Anyone can do that. But I know it is daunting to like even say something every day. Most people can't do.
it is daunting because you are essentially putting yourself out there to be judged. I mean,
Oh,
that
yeah.
is what social media is. So it is terrifying, especially for the newer injector that hasn't figured out their brand. People always ask me, and I'm sure you've gotten this question 1,000 times, is like, how'd you figure out your brand? And I always say, just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks and just showing up every day, and your brand kind of evolves. And I joke, I was talking at Aesthetic Next, I will never be the dancing singer social media Instagram girl. I've kind of evolved into I love educating and having conversations and stuff. So it's literally just throwing spaghetti at the wall, feeling cringe and being like, I didn't really like that. Let me do this instead. And just continuously showing up. And I always say there's no shortcut to becoming an expert, right? So, in anything. So, it's just showing up, doing something, not liking it, changing it, doing something, liking it, and then continuing to do that. And it just organically falls into place. You have to show up.
Yeah, but a brand is merely your personality. So when people are like, "What's my brand? What's my?" I'm like, "No, no, no, no. Like your brand is just you. It's just who you are. That you have to like show over time. So if you don't really know who you are, it is very difficult to brand yourself. The more you just hone into like, I just show what I like. Like that is it. I love fashion. I love sports. I'm like super one of those like a good sports movie, a good Disney sports movie. Oh my gosh, I could be crying the whole like I love all of things team athletic and showing it. So for me, I just show my sports teams. I show fashion I love. I show celebrity stuff like that is stuff I'm into. If you're not into that, if you show it, it will become inauthentic and people can feel that. So whatever you're leaning towards, show it.
I love that.